Hello, I'm Natalie Gordon. I'm a school trust specialist with the Utah State Board of Education, and we would like to remind you of some things your school community council should be focusing on this spring. First, spring is a good time to review your expenditures and make amendments as needed. If after a review you can tell that funds will not be spent as planned, you should amend your plan. Avoid carryover greater than 10%. And remember, an amendment needs the vote of your council in an open public meeting, to be entered on the current year plan at schoollandtrust.org, to be approved by your local school board, and then reviewed by the School Children's Trust section for compliance with rule and law. This is the progress report. It's the first of the spring reports that are due. This is the council's estimate of the expenditures through the end of the school year. It will determine the amount of carryover the council will have to plan for next year. Be as accurate as you can be. Remember, this carryover amount should not be more than 10% of the funds you had to spend this year. If it is more, you can amend your plan to spend the carryover and then enter the estimated expenditure. The upcoming plan for next year is where you will enter your goals, measurements, and expenditures to meet your critical academic needs with School and Trust program funds. Because of a new distribution policy, the estimate that we give as the estimated distribution will not change significantly between now and the actual distribution in July. So please use this amount plus your estimated carryover from the progress report as you plan for funding expenditures. The best way to start your upcoming year plan is to complete your required data review. Each school community council is required to annually evaluate the school's statewide assessment data. We've provided a training at schoollandtrust.org that will help you maximize opportunities for student success in your school. This will familiarize you with an innovation implementation cycle that will help you as you plan for next year and implement the plan for this year. You don't need to watch the entire training. You can just start with identifying needs because that's what you're working on right now. Many schools use need assessments to help determine what their funds should be spent on. Remember that the focus of your plan is on meeting critical academic needs with specific measurable goals. Need assessments should be reviewed holistically as part of the plan and not implemented as a piecemeal shopping list. We have provided on our website a list of laws and rules that oversee appropriate expenditures for School and Trust program funds. The state legislature has stated that the council shall create a program to use its School and Trust program allocation to implement a component of the school's improvement plan. This includes the school's identified most critical academic needs, a recommended course of action to meet those needs, a specific listing of programs, practices, materials, or equipment which the school will need to implement a component of its improvement plan to have a direct impact on the instruction of students and result in measurable increased student performance, and how the school intends to spend its allocation of funds under this School and Trust program to enhance or improve academic excellence at the school. State board rule requires parents, teachers, and the principal to use School and Trust program funds in data-driven and evidence-based ways to improve educational outcomes. School and Trust program expenditures are required to have a direct impact on the instruction of students in the school's area of critical academic need. The school may not use program funds to cover the fixed costs of doing business, for construction, maintenance, facilities, overhead, security, or athletics, or to pay for non-academic in-school, co-curricular, or extracurricular activities. New this year is language that allows schools to use their funds for counselors and educators working with students and families on academic and behavioral issues when a direct impact on academic achievement can be measured. This means that if you would like to include behavioral supports in your School Land Trust plan, you may, as long as they are part of an academic goal. The Council may budget and spend no more than $7,000 for in-school civic and character education. This also must be part of a measurable academic goal. Each district provides its own due date for the spring plans, with the districts being required to turn approved plans into the State Board by May 15th. Pause the presentation now to find out your district's due date. The signature form is part of the spring planning process. Please collect the signatures at the School Community Council meeting where the plan is approved. Each member of the council is to be given the opportunity to sign a form either electronically or with their signature stating that they had the opportunity to participate in School Land Trust program planning this year. It doesn't mean they agreed, but it means that they were part of the planning. You can either collect digital signatures by sending emails or print out and have signed a traditional signature form that you'll then upload. Please only choose one option. Using both will remove data that's already been collected by the system. These forms should be completed before the district's due date because they are to be reviewed with the upcoming year plan. Finally, we are grateful for the opportunity we have to work with you as you improve academic excellence at your school. Please contact us with any questions or concerns. Thank you.